And welcome to What's Going On. My name is DeCarlo Sweeting, and my co-host for the day is
George Missick.
yes, sir, George. What's going on?
Oh man, that's the first show for the year for us.
Yeah. We couldn't get our stuff lined up.
Off the late start, but all is
Yeah.
good. I made it in. Fair not. I'm here,
Yep.
ready to
Yep.
go.
Yep.
We just need to run fast and catch up. But all is good, man. How are you?
Boy, I can't complain. The year started off a little roughish. We had some loss in the family, but we're gonna persevere. We're gonna get up there. We're gonna make things better. We all right. We can be all right.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay, so let's start this off. Let's find out first of all what's in the news.
Audio Jungle.
Now, in Grand Bomb, we had a fatal blow. I wouldn't say fatal, but it leave us hobbling.
Mm,
Pharmachem Technologies. They actually had to close their door about a week ago, and that has hit the Grand Bahama economy very hard, very hard. And we're trying to figure out what happened. It just seems like everything just pop. It just happened. And to say this was, like I said, there was one hard way to start off the year because boy, after having Dorian and you're finally trying to catch yourself and you're trying to get yourself going, to have one of these big companies, and this was a company that allowed a lot of persons to work, just persons, but persons who specialize.
right.
And they had a lot of chemists, and it's hard to find a chemist job around here. And then it's popping up all about. But they employed a lot of chemists and they kept a lot of them going. It was a good company that allowed other companies to branch off to get to survive greatly in this type of tight economy that we have going on now. And I don't know how we're gonna
Mhm.
get back from this, how we're gonna survive. I would say survive, but it's a great loss. It's something that we really need to find a way now. How are we going to grow this economy? Because grandmom economy, it shouldn't be shrinking now. You really think, boy, is it can it get any smaller? And then things like this happen, and you're like, wow, it can get smaller. What you say about this?
I don't know why. Well, it's a shock, but it's not a shock because every time these governments come to you and tell you, boy, grandmama about to take off, yeah, buyer beware. Like the Bible said, when you think peace and safety, sudden destruction. So, it's and grandmama was starting, I guess, to get some good news. Barring the port fight with the government fight with the government. I wouldn't even say the port fight with the government fight with the port. Um, yeah, the carnival, the ship. I mean, I've been hearing a lot of good, positive things, starting to show an upward trend and some hope in the economy of Grand Bahama. So, like you said, it came at a really bad time, and you said to start the year off, I think
Yep.
caught a lot of people off guard. Pharmachem said has been around a long time. I mean, we've always had something down there, whether syntax or
Yeah.
whatever, right? So yeah, that is. I didn't understand everything, but it seemed like a real internal problem with the company and one of its or its only client or biggest client, some kind of falling out. So it all happened very quickly. That's the next thing. Wasn't no build up to it. There wasn't any real notice to person. So, but I guess like everything else with Grand Bahama, we take a licking and keep on ticking. And
Boy.
it's some big shoes to fill, and maybe again it opens an operator a door for um, you said, that's one of the things in the Bahamas that we don't do a lot of. And for Grand Bahama, we've always been this industrial center, and pharmacare has been, like you said, the staple that kept it. It's unfortunate we hadn't added a lot more pharmacems around it, right? Like we
Yep.
weren't able to build around that, so people, like you said, could just move next door, cross over very easily. So I think that was some bad, um, I think once you get a company like that, you find ways to attract, through concessions and everything, to bring in someone else. Say, listen, look, this company A is here doing really well inside this area. This is the tax breaks that the port can give you, blah blah blah. But again, lack of vision, perhaps foresight, or maybe they did reach out. I don't know, but I think if that had happened, we'd have been in a better position for something like this, because one thing I learned with life as you get older, you can't take anything for granted. And
Hmm.
the only thing constant is change.
Yep.
I wake up in the morning, I say my prayers, and I wake up for anything, ready for any
Yeah.
news. That's
We,
all.
we, we got to hope right now that the facility is well kept. So even if the current owners can sell it to another company that basically does the same thing, because of our proximity, and like Pharmachem always had a outstanding record of making sure that the FDA, the Food and Drug Association from the states, they hold them in high regard. So the plant
Mhm.
should be in good shape. There shouldn't be any issues of having someone come back in and take over that. But as you know, you got to go through a lot of stuff. You got to go through liquidation. You got to pay off all your bills and everything else, and that might take a while. So before another owner comes in, you got to clear up all that stuff. And boy, I don't know how long that's going to take, but if that's something that needs to be done, that's something that needs to be done quickly. I know you're all lawyers. You're all like for these things to run on long, because the longer it takes, the
That's
more money
petty.
y'all make.
That's petty. That's petty. Yeah,
Boy,
no.
I guess that's the trick of the
I
trade with you.
I don't know. I think it's the people with the money. It wouldn't be the lawyers. For more than anything else, it would be any bureaucracy. And like you said, it probably came at a bad time. The government trying to do a coup on the port and everything. You don't know how that relationship is. And generally, like you say, a house divided by itself can't stand. The husband and wife fighting. If you look at
Yep.
that as parents and grandma, that's never a good thing for the children and the household as a whole. So my fear, and the scary part is when you think, just how you said, well, hopefully the facility is good, and that's it brings back a little deja vu, because we've seen some hotels operators pull out or go down and
Yep.
think, oh
Oh
man, nice
yeah.
building, everything is there. We should have someone in next week, and next week turn to next year, and next year, and right, and place start to run.
Yep.
And so we don't seem to have the best negotiators for whatever reason. We don't seem to have no real closers, in terms of negotiating these deals fast and quick. And well, I mean, always something happening in Nassau. That's the next thing. I think
Always.
those guys always so busy doing their own thing, and now we have some of these other islands jumping. Like, where is Grand Bahama again in terms of priority? Particularly, I mean, it's an election year. The only good thing for Grand Bahama, we have a lot of seats compared to, to the rest of the islands. But outside of that, you know, I do not know in the time, how fast they can turn that around. Unless you, like you said, if we get fortunate and we have someone who may have been eyeing that spot, or who looking at it, or the current owners could call his boys, or like you said, maybe can get into something else, or fine. It's still in the very infant stage of what
Yep.
just happened. And I think if it was really profitable or something, something, fingers crossed. But at the same time, we have to keep looking for other ideas. We have to find ways to diversify the economy. I still think the time we're living in, there's so much options for so many different things, um, you know, that we have to really keep an open mind. But I think where we at now, the Port Authority, the government, they need to squash all this bickering and whatnot. We need to find some way to get, proper leadership direction in Freeport. Someone has to treat it as a priority, not just lip service to it.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Everybody's selfish now. Everybody's gonna pick up. It's about me. It's about me. It's about me. So right now, both of them are quiet now. But about farmer camp closing. But I guarantee you, when it opens back up, everybody's gonna be in the limelight. Everyone is gonna be there. Oh, we're gonna get back these jobs. We're gonna get Grand Bahama back. We're gonna do all these things. But right now, everybody is quiet. Hush.
Everybody looking the next way.
Yeah. They don't know what happened. They lost. And that's kind of hard when the government and the Port Authority don't know what's going on, and there's no way. And it scares me that we are putting all our faith right now in Carnival. That Carnival site that they have going up being constructed now, that's our begin all and end all right now, because you can't depend on nothing else that's going on. If Farmer Chem could just quit on it just like that, that's all we got. We only got Carnival right now. And if anything happens, you got to pray no storms, no anything happen, because we can't take that. We can't take no setbacks, anything right now, because that's what 100 and something jobs gone, and I'm that's direct jobs. I'm not counting all the sanitation persons. I'm not counting the persons down with all of the security, all these other things that spin off jobs that comes along with Farmer Camp now. They're hurting. They're gonna that takes a big blow off of them. So I don't know how we're gonna make it, but we got to keep on thugging through. So I hope that we find something, and I hope that it gets resolved and liquidation happens and the jobs them get back. They find a new owner and we can get started. But boy, I don't know what to say. But Grand Bahama's been here before. Like you say, we know how to take a licking and keep on ticking. So that's all I can say for now. So let's take a quick commercial break and we can be right back.
Where you going, mate?
To go buy these tickets for the party tonight.
Why this boy so dumb?
Tickets242.com.
You know how hard it is?
They sell tickets for parties, concerts, plays, sporting events, everything.
You know how expensive bus is?
Well, if you just buy the tickets online, they could just send you it in the email. Then you could just print it off.
You know how strong mosquitoes is?
Or you could go to the box office downtown at the Genesis Street Gear.
You ain't scared of Joneses, eh?
And we're back. Now, I gotta touch this on you right now, because y'all is a quarter of the problem with this. Not all, but a quarter of it. Now, we done had, if I'm not mistaken, I can look at my watch, because as of 8:15, they had 17 murders in the Bahamas.
Oh yeah. You might want to check that.
Yeah, I know it's fluid. It keeps on moving. It keeps on going. But these murders it's crazy. It's like we say that for the new year, we going buck wild. We going to go do this big time. All the murders, them killing. Gun town in Nassau right now. And I hate when they say the Bahamas, because right now it's just one place. It's just one place we're acting the fool right now. If you want to come to Grand Bahama, if you want to come to Bimini, if you want to come to Abaco, you're safe, you're good. You ain't got to worry about them things. And guess what? Even some parts of Nassau, I think are very, very safe. You don't have to worry about anything. But it's a bad luck to have this amount of murders. We got 400,000 people, Judge. 400,000 people, and we running with the big dogs. We got countries, we got millions and millions of people who ain't got this much murders at this time. Now, and to make it all worse, we got to politicize it. You know, everything we do, we got to politicize it. We got to open some Captain Crunch cereal. Oh, you see Captain Crunch got more red than yellow corn chips in it. Oh, you can't do that. No. That's a F&M cereal. You can't do that. We can politicize everything. So, after all of this was going on, the PLP said they had I can let you hear this little thing with Braves them was talking about, say they ain't gonna do their plan on crime. Let's watch this for a
Gang
second.
legislation ever. If you are associated with a gang, we're coming after you. If you have a lot of shiny things with no way to explain your wealth, we're going to seize what you have. We'll hold these communities by maintaining an ongoing, relentless presence. This phase is about constant vigilance and strength. Our streets, we are revitalizing them. We are tracking down Bahamians with dual citizenship who have been buying guns in the U.S. and trafficking them here. And it's working. We've already busted some major operations. Our own forensic analysis, which will significantly speed up investigations and improve the quality of evidence used in trials. Find repeat serious offenders being granted bail and either becoming victims of murder or perpetrating serious offenses while on bail. In my view, the prosecutors must likewise be more aggressive in appealing instances where bail is granted.
Now, Brave list off a number of things that's going on that the judicial system, the policing system has going on, and I'm sorry, but I don't see y'all fixing them. I don't see y'all fixing them at all. And this is why the vigilante justice is happening right now, because y'all letting the people out on bail. The people just gone in, they done kill this one, they done kill this one, they killed 2 people, they killed 3 people. Oh, okay, when you reach 3 murders, we let you out on bail. Now, I know how y'all feel, but I can't watch no murderer walk around and kill my brother, uncle, cousin, sister, brother, and now he riding around talking about he gonna go kill somebody else. No, I can deal with that. So now the vigilantism is kicking in. They can't control that. The bail act, y'all don't want control that. And I can put you in it right now, and I know you ain't gonna like it, but y'all lawyers them, boy, y'all are something else. Mind you, y'all doing what within the law, so I can't blame y'all for using the law for what the law says. But Braves them gotta fix the law them for y'all to stop being slick with this, because this ain't helping us in no way, no how, no way. One thing they scared of, I don't know why, capital punishment gotta come back. These people ain't scared. And they ain't got nothing to be scared of. What? You can send me to jail for 2-3 days. I see a couple of my boys, we hang out for a couple of months, then after that, boom, I back on the streets. What kind of discipline that is? These people need severe penalties in order for them to understand that can't go about shooting people. And that's why the people, as soon as they get out, they shoot them. And sometimes I think y'all is meant to let them out so someone else to shoot them. So y'all ain't got to bother with us. Man, let them deal with it. Let the streets deal with the streets. Then he talked about how the guns them getting here. And come on now, we know how them guns getting here. We know them people who got them big boots and it's come pull up on their own yard, in their backyard, and offload their own things. My backyard, only thing in the back of my backyard is bush, so it ain't me. Now, y'all know who got the nice backyard with the nice pier and the nice dock in the back and all these things. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know bringing in the things.
Oh, man.
Y'all don't want to deal with the people. Why y'all don't want to deal with the people? This we can't continue like this. This should be good. Let me hear this. Let me hear this.
First off, the lawyers are doing a fine job trying to keep the criminals off the street.
Oh, my goodness.
And, helping pass these legislations. But our problem, and I think this problem is, if we look at what's going on, we look at the region and we look at even the world, even in the US, we find this type of problems amongst a certain group of people, right? Outside of war, because you got them set up in the Middle East who always, bombing people and whatnot, right? Different type of fight. But some of them actually have fight for causes. They're fighting over the land, someone to eat. Now, we have this culture. We seem to have a culture of violence. And it doesn't help that that violence is glorified in a lot of what we consume, our music, movies. We sitting down thinking about violence all day long. If you look at a lot of the movies and stuff that um, on TV now, black movies, black film shows, a lot of gangsterism, a lot of turf war, a lot of, you know, and I think people have become so desensitized now. If you no look at the US, look at the crimes, look at Chicago and Washington, and it's the black communities predominantly that have these high murder rates. It's not the white people who killing up each other, and it's blacks killing blacks over what? We say it's money. I mean, the drug trade. The sad part is, I don't think well, not that I don't think. Even when the height of the drug trades in the Bahamas and Colombian drug deal, the 80s, and when you had we didn't have these type of just senseless murders like broad daylight assassinations, women getting shot every day now. Like it's like everybody just feel, hey, I need let me go cut my movie, right? And it's back then you have like one psycho person or someone in the heat of the moment. You have passions of crime and different things, a murder gone bad, a robbery or something gone bad. But this is just straight, a lot of people who just I don't know where, like you said, I don't know where they're getting these guns so readily available, because if you look at some of the guns, some are handguns, but a lot of these shootings on the road and these high powered.
That's right. These big boy, these ATM guns,
AK-47s and stuff.
I only see B.A. Baracus from the ATM shoot these kind of guns. Where they getting these guns from?
Where you getting them from? Where you keeping them? Where you loading up from? Where because when they mount up there, like you said, they getting like the ATM, they stocking up the guns. The ammunition don't seem to run out, and there just seems to be no shortage of it on the streets. And the police suppose have all these technical capabilities now. They got the vest, they got the shot spotter technology, they got drones. They have all of these things, but we see the escalation of crime, and no one is scared. So I used to be a younger proponent of I don't think capital punishment addresses this type of thing, because these killers on the street, the last thing they thinking of to me, they more like those 911, those Middle East terrorists who they prepare to die. You think most of them when they shoot,
let's find out then.
Yeah.
We ain't tried that yet. Let's find out. Let's see if they really one day.
But Carlo, why do you need capital punishment? How much of them actually just die of natural causes? Right? These people who shooting, there's one this week, tomorrow he dead. Brother come to the funeral, brother get shoot. Like this street justice that's going on outside there, that's a real serious problem.
Yeah, but why should I have to frustrate myself because I watch my brother's murderer ride up and down the street all day? It gets frustrating. I got a family now. I got to take care of my brother family now because of this. And I watch this fella, Smokey Dope, ride around all day, ain't doing nothing. What am I, how much of that am I supposed to take? So now, one day, I just get flipped. I say, man, let me go deal with this fella. So now, after I go deal with this fella, he gone. Now I in jail. It's the vicious cycle that's being allowed to be created is what we trying to eliminate. I don't want to have to kill my brother's killer. I don't want my brother to get killed.
Right.
But we ain't doing nothing to deter these fellas there from doing it.
No.
And I care. You said Mike White, let's try it. Let's handcuff it. Let's go in front Bay Street, right in Rawson Square, where y'all like to do y'all junk and dingham. Right there. Let's go. We can get three. One in the middle, one to the left, one to the right, and we can hang them. And we can bring a couple of these young boys them there, and they can watch this.
You
can watch this and we got to see. Let's see how much of them can continue now that they know we ain't slapping up at them no more.
no one waiting 5-10 years for nobody to get hanged no more, right? These to hang someone, even if you get back to that process, they got their trial, they have their appeal, then they have the appeal, they can go to the Privy Council, they go to the prerogative of mercy.
And this way I blame y'all, George. This y'all, and Brave is a lawyer. I don't like y'all politicians being lawyers, right? I don't like that. But now I need y'all in there now. Fix the law. The hell with the thing of them who always saying this ain't the waste of the waste. You can't hang them for this and all that. This ain't their waste of the waste. We shouldn't be going to England. I'm trying to find out these old white men who don't see every day from Jack the Ripper down. They've been doing foolishness. But to us, this is the waste of the waste. And in order for it to get better, I'm sorry, Privy Council gotta go. Let's get Uncle Jake, Auntie Bessie, and Uncle Lou. They can be our Privy Council. They can say, okay, hang him or not, and we can go from there. I can't deal with these white boys in England, them holding up the process, and your lawyers, them making sure y'all get paid good, and just let it ring out, and long out. And then before you know, you got to give him bail. You done been in jail for 10 years.
But guess what? The type of murders and stuff you think, let's put it another way. And this might be why they don't even bother with that capital punishment. And people are people. You think some of the politicians aren't scared? You think some of these police on these force sign up for these type of killers with on the street? Right? These that will go broad daylight, shoot down, right? Who have no fear of losing their own life. Like, they're like demons walking amongst us.
You trying to have the police scared?
How much of them you see on the scene actually shooting on? Like, most times people coming out.
The police scared. The police don't go around it. We done spend all kind of money on short spotter. So we don't know when the gun shoot off. Okay, it's down there, Bay Street, cross there from McCullough Corner. Let's go there. They sit down there, wait by the thing of get one chicken and conch snack, eat that, then say we going there.
You see when these police coming out after the fact, they come and do their little press conference. The shooter gone, sitting down eating their conch snack, like you say. They come out there, but 10 or 12 of them. The woman police christening or whatever she named. She might as well stay dressed, because right? They do that. Yeah, they go there and do that when the street's clear, when it's safe to do. But these real bullets, like these real killers out on the street, and human beings are human beings. Some of those police won't go home to their families too, so they're not. You have a lot of reserves, and nobody signed up for this type of action. They signed up for traffic, write some tickets, push.
Okay, fine. Let's get the big boys then. Yeah. Let's get the defense force. They're supposed to be our army. Let's get the big boys, and we going through Pinewood. We going through all these places where it's the hot spots, and we going to go ruffle some feathers.
Yeah, because, but when you start doing that, people can cry, "Oh my God, the police just shoot my son! Oh no, they try to set my good boy. He only killed about 5 people.
Okay, then good.
Try to change his life.
Yeah, we change it for him. Your life change after this.
It's the problem. I don't want to laugh, but the problem is really, the problem has to be bigger than you and I think, because, like I said, it's not getting better. We have all these experts. Remember all these criminologists, everybody we have. We change police commissioners, like nobody. The best and the best, right?
Yep.
Police commissioners, and even Greenslade, where they at now? None, these dudes, like, everyone just the problem just keeps growing bigger. But like I said, if you look at these Black communities, I think we have to approach this holistically. And I really think this kind of hip violent culture that we have has to change, because these little children walking around telling you this guy in high school, like, everybody think there's a thug. Being a bad boy, going out having a gun, walking around, everybody will have a gun. You see some of the videos. You see how some of those people don't even be like, oh my God, like crying, and you're like, well, mother's sick. Wait,
George, I
would
always hearing this, we can do this holistically. Now,
Yeah.
I don't know if this holistically with WH or this holistically with HOL. I don't know what holistically means because y'all just use that terminology and y'all let's just throw that out. But somehow, some way, nobody knows how to solve it holistically.
Well, let me
I'm
let,
into that.
let,
I
let,
know how to
let me
solve this violently, and
well,
sometimes
no, no.
violence is
Well,
the only thing
let
people
me
can
tell you.
understand.
Let me tell you what I mean by that. Then, so
Okay, tell me.
like I started off by talking about culture, and I gave the examples of the Black American culture. That's our role models. What's going on here is that's been done in Chicago and all these places in the U.S. These high city crimes. You can't walk out at night. People not safe. That's going on in a lot of those Black communities in the states, right? Jamaica, right? And if you look at it again, some of the film, if you don't stop, I really personally think the music, the culture has a lot to do with it. This bad boy, these rappers, the Migos, you saw your boy get shot from Migos, there, right? We got histories of Biggie and Tupac. You ever hear about God Brooks, them shooting each like you just don't see this, and I know we think this being black, but we have to look at the numbers of one, look at who committing all these crimes, and look at the pattern of what is going on. It's black people killing black people, right? So maybe we gotta figure out why the white people ain't killing. Why? I mean, people say, "Boy, they got money and what?" But me and my wife always talk about this all the time. It's so sad when you go online and you watch all these clips on TikTok and stuff, or watch these shows. Black people have the same. We have the same dialogue, the same script, cheating, infidelity, like all kind of bad things. Just so we sit down and talk about, and we dwell on all day long, right? And I'm not seeing this and some of these other shows. I'm not seeing it, but what I'm saying is, the more we become Americanized, the more we become Americanized, and we are. Nassau now is like Chicago. It's like South Side of Chicago, right? If you're gonna give a comparison down Miami, even in Miami, when you see a lot of the crimes, it's happening in a particular neighborhood. This gang, this bad boy gangs. Like, what we know about any gangs? Gangs for what? What gangs we have here? We don't look.
I I I I give you 60%, and that ain't a passing grade because I watch Good Morning America every morning. I watch the white people killing up one another, the husband killing the wife for this thing, the business partner killing the next one. They
Yeah,
killing one another. Now they doing
we
it
live
in
with that.
more. See, they pacify their killing so much that we don't even think of it all as murder. But when it's the black people, oh, two gun down with these type of, they show you all the guns and everything, all kind of they glorify it, they big it up.
Yeah.
But when this man gone and take him and killed 3 people, and who's killed them little teenage white boys in America? Who's
No,
going to schools and shoot up 30, 40 people in one
yeah,
shot?
but
And
yeah,
they
a
doing the
a
same
crazy
thing now.
person. We talking about, and I talk about that. I told you these crimes of passion. We stop crime of passion. Crimes of passion is a real thing, and we can't accept that. You walk in on your wife or
You
someone.
can't shoot up a school and call it a crime of passion.
No.
You can't go away on and I get mad when they will come to the Bahamas, kill their boyfriend or husband, talking about he being in a shark accident or whatever, and they know they kill him because they wanted the insurance money. No. These people killing just like us, but
No,
they
no.
find a way to pacify it, and that's how they doing it. We
Hello.
skim right over it because it's boring.
They ain't killing like that. They ain't had 17 murders, and like you can find some of the biggest states outside of these states, like I talk about where a lot of us are, right? Because we probably get those numbers in a day in some of these neighborhoods, right? Like this is we have to address the problem, and that's why the problem can't fix, because y'all still looking at the minute y'all say, "Oh no, you can't call all us bad," like you say, "Oh look." Then it's not happening in those communities like it's happening in our communities, right? We've gone away from family. We've gone away from so many different things. We've gone away from the church. And now, like I said, this gangster. We spend a lot of time doing a lot of nothing. These guys can't be holding down 9 to 5 jobs. Can't have wife and children. Can't be a part of no prayer. they just ain't right. So we growing up a culture, these dudes who just feel like mount up. Let's sit down. Let's learn how to shoot. I don't even know how this practice.
They don't shoot. They just point to the direction and
Yeah.
they do it like you're mopping floor. They just point in the direction and go left and right, left and right. Who I hit. But let's take a commercial break and we can be right back.
We want to make it clear that crime is not a PLP problem, it is not an F&M problem, but it is a Bahamian problem. This weekend, we saw in the Providence another 3 murders. For a country of our size, to have 17 murders over 22 days in this new year is completely unacceptable. He has put a very detailed, a very comprehensive plan, and comprehensive set of recommendations that we believe the government ought to take a look at.
I've never seen the Bahamas in the state in terms of crime. This is the absolute worst it has ever have to ensure that we bring strategic plan that fits the bill to deal with the crime that we're faced with. Serious strategic planning. And we're calling on the government to bring those plans forward.
You see these jokers? You see these jokers? That's why we can't get serious. Now we can politicize this nonsense. Hey, he start off saying, oh, he ain't a PLP thing, he ain't an F&M thing, and he ain't a this thing. But when y'all had the time to do to change the laws and get these things straight, y'all ain't do nothing either. Y'all just a big amount of jokers as they are. But now the other people got the shoe, got holding the gun. Now we can point fingers at them. And they ain't do no different when they get in power. They do the same thing.
Sorry, was that Ricardo Grant I saw in the picture talking? Never mind. Go ahead. Carry on.
You got to stay focused, man. Let's deal with crime. You got to stay focused now, George. You got to stay focused.
But you're absolutely right, though. Like, and that's the next problem. Like you said, you see some faces, like you said, who been at this, trying to solve this crime problem, and for years, successive governments, and like you said, the problem keep getting better. I getting worse. Sorry, not better, but I have to come to the conclusion you can't fix it.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be you, right? You had your crack at this cherry and whatnot. This lip service, but I also think what it takes to fix this now, because this didn't just happen overnight. A lot of people don't want. A lot of us will not want. We have all, like you said, the human rights. Anything kick up now, we're gonna plead. We almost have to go. I wouldn't even say to the police state, because the police is bad, right? So you really don't trust the police to say lock you down. But the first thing is the guns, the type of weapons have to get off the street, right? We need to find a way to get off the street. You have countries in the world, the Dubais and these countries, and why I say about the music and different, which I do think has a point in it, right? These countries that we call communist, this price of democracy, and that's why America is such a bad state. They touting this democracy and the right to bear arms. Where has the right to bear arms, like you say, gotten them? All these school shootings and different things. They come out of their little cry, their little vigil, and back to the regularly scheduled program. I could load up, put my 10. Whole army inside my house of guns, and like you said, I tripled one day. Had too much to drink, too much to smoke, and I could go. Like, why should I even one man have all these legally? Right? So forget and the Bahamas where the people are smuggling these guns in, but the guns and some of these guns ain't small guns. Like I said, it isn't little hand guns which you just hide away. It is big guns. Like, how could you miss some of these things? And so, the police has to know has to have some clue. They on the streets, right? Where the pockets of crime are. Like, you don't even have to wake up everybody because this is a certain criminal element. They have to know. If this is your job to know, you have to know. You work the BTC. You know, you in your business. You know more things about your business. You can't claim ignorance. And so, what's stopping them from raiding these places? Like you said, taking cutting off the suppliers, because again, there has to be a head on the snake, because the average little man can't go just buy these high price. You know what I mean? The fact that all these little boys have got these type of weapons in their hand, who's supplying them? You gotta cut off the head, because most of us we don't have a bunch of smart people. so you have one or two who the genius who know how to make money off of this and turn spend a profit, and they don't care how y'all shoot up each other. That one on y'all, right? But who are these people? When are we gonna get these arrests? Because I'm tired of seeing the little crackhead or the little killer boy who have nothing to live for, no fun bad, and getting locked up or getting shot, killed, released out on bail, because he was a small player in a big game, right?
Yep.
These people, they're insignificant when they die, and whoever, when they get killed, they happy. That's the evidence gone. Can't trace it back to me. They probably killing some of them, right? So if you watch these movies and you believe what a lot of these guys getting slaughtered on the street. The system, if we want to call it a system, is totally failing to the point that the average citizen can't feel safe. We lied ourselves again. I saw Chester Cooper or someone coming, oh, well, the murders all the crime won't affect tourism. You really think so? It's not going to affect it in that it's going to shut it down. But you don't think somebody somewhere going to look and say, boy, I saw sound.
But, it ain't long before the U.S. Embassy put out they think hey,
yes,
we put out a warning. If y'all come here, you come on your own. These people crazy. We ain't want y'all come here. Don't come.
They have to put that out now. That should have been out. It'll be negligent for them not to put it out. Just like you said, all these murders, some in broad daylight. Like that one where the guy and the girl got shot down on where was it? Carmichael, or the shooting with the woman and the guy inside the car.
Mm-hmm.
Those things happen in the broad daylight. Nassau, like regular people going about their business. These criminals aren't waiting until nighttime, dark, 3 a.m. in the morning to sneak no one. They drop you where you stand, right?
Yep. Wherever they can find you.
You go. Yeah. So the public, you can't tell people they're safe. The public can't. If you have those type of killings going on, nobody's safe, because you could be at the wrong place, literally at the wrong time.
Yep.
Just innocent. These bullets don't have no eyes. And I'm sure, like you said, a lot of these guys are untrained killers. That's why you have a lot of headshots and people. Mind you, they serious killers, but they're not. They're not snipers or nothing, right?
You don't got to worry with them. It takes them at least 20 bullets to kill one person.
Yeah.
Person only got shoot twice. So I don't know. Okay, explain to me, why is it that these fellas could get out on bail so quickly and be dealt with? This bail act, how y'all need to fix this. This can't continue like this. So why this happening?
Because, well, everyone has a right to bail. You have a constitutional right to bail, right? The starting position is generally you have a right to bail, not the opposite, that you denied bail. Because when you get arrested for a crime, you're presumed innocent until proven guilty. Now, if a man comes to you, got 3 convictions under his belt, or 2 or 1, he should be obviously less likely to get bail than someone who, they pull him off on white collar job, no convictions, family man, no trace, right? Have a family support system, someone to sign for him. So there are different reasons why people will get bail quickly, as opposed to, if you don't have nothing on this man, you pick him up. This dude clean. When his lawyer go, when the police charge him with murder, when his lawyer go there and say, man, this man The man went down at the gas station. He got 3 children, 2 on the way. Eh, right? Put an ankle bracelet on him. He ain't gonna do nothing. Blah blah blah. Right? Then they have to let him out. I mean, the judges have to do their job according to the law. And so, but what I think is also happening now, and it is dangerous, it's scary because, again, even if you're innocent now, and the police paying you for some of these crimes, let's say the police lock you up, you was there, right? I put you on bail. Like people on bail not living long these days. So,
No.
so some of these family or gang members, they already hot, right? They're looking for the murder thing. Oh, the police says you, well, boom, 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 right? So it's a tricky situation. The bail, again, if someone is denied bail because they don't really qualify, there's a good chance that they may run. These are the grounds that bail gets denied. You're likely to abscond. You're likely to reoffend again. Well, if you never offended before, you can't really argue you're likely to offend again. If you say you're likely to run where? Some of these guys don't have no passport, never been off the island. Boom. Okay, so you might clear that off. Interfere with witnesses. I don't even know what witness. Right? So, so the facts are different in different cases. I know people jumping up and down saying everyone getting out of. I doubt that's the case. But there's also some cases from the Privy Council which says, and from inside the law, it says if a person has been kept on bail for too long, you don't get there. And that happens a lot. 3 years on, people go to trial, the file missing, the police on vacation.
The lawyer always putting it off. Oh, he
That-
got
no,
another case
lawyers,
in
that's a
this court and that court and all kind of court, and he need permission to get back to do his case or cross all kind of things.
That's the least. That's the least. I think reason why these trials happen because of the lawyer. Because if a particular lawyer is absent, the court might give him one time, or depend on who it is. But if your lawyer absent a couple times, the court can tell you you need to get another lawyer or be moving ahead with this case, right? So the court can direct that. Most times, from my own experience, the prosecution that's not ready. Whereas, the ballistics hasn't come, fingerprint, we're waiting on this evidence, DNA, someone to check on the witnesses gone or the key witness missing. This one's scared to testify now, right? So maybe they're having some problems getting all the witnesses to start the trial. So there's a lot of reasons that's not on, sometimes the judge sick. So you're dealing with a lot of people in a criminal case, and a lot of those people are key to a case starting or moving on. And sometimes the file isn't complete. The office, think about this, with all these murders and stuff too. Whoever the DPP's office is, they must be inundated, overwhelmed with work. Like before you get the crime, murder 3, 4, 17 in on your desk. Okay, that's a lot of people to connect the dots. And some of these cases are very fluid. Some of these murder cases, like you said, you have to deal with protecting witnesses. Some people are scared. Someone see, these type of killings, even find a witness. Why I see nothing, because some of these people are getting killer witnesses and stuff too, right? So there's a sense of fear. And in a small community, we've allowed it to get so far. How do you protect these people? What is the witness protection program? You prepared to relocate some of these people, get them out of Nassau, fly them out someplace, put them up.
So you trying to tell me what I see on Law and Order when they go catch the man, go now to the DA office. The DA office put in the case. 2 days later, 3 days later, we in court. We doing the case, we getting it over, and in an hour's time, we done got the person going to jail.
Never happened.
What do you think is the normal time a murder case would usually take?
Again, that varies from case. It varies from case to case. It's going to depend on what happens in that case. Some of these cases. So for instance, you have some judges, a lot of judges in the Bahamas. You go in to get a case, and this happened to even me in my civil. I don't really practice criminal law now, but some civil cases we have. They breach the contracts and stuff. You go before a judge, and you say, okay, let's go to trial. What's your next date? judge tells you pull out your 2025 or 26 calendar, right? Like they book up some of these courts literally booked up already into next year calendar in terms of hearing. So that's one. So you're already now starting at this point. You're trying to get witnesses, like you say, people missing. These police, some of them when they go on vacation, the lead inspector, he gone for 3 months, right? So when you get him back, the forensic guy gone, the photography guy, there's a lot of things that can go wrong. The lawyers making some of their, applications, preliminary disclosure. So it's
Okay, okay, y'all win, y'all win. Huh? Y'all win, y'all win. Y'all make up the mind that because there will not be enough court or enough people to keep up with these cases, we ain't gonna never be able to have these cases come in a speed. What the PLP call it? They
swift
come up
justice, swift
quick
justice.
justice, swift
Yeah, yeah.
justice.
You need to bring Allison back, I guess. No, some of the cases can be dealt with faster, but I think one it calls for really robust case management. It calls for again tightening of these systems because you need to know you got prosecutors on the case who, yeah, we don't only give you but one time to mess up or come with one excuse. You need to have consequences. I like to say we really don't have much consequences in the Bahamas because you can't say too much to John or John is so and so son, the nephew. All right, the daddy is the minister of this and that. So we we have
And that's why we need to start bringing back Cat Nine Tail. We need to start
oh
bringing
Lord.
back. Yes, yes, I said it. I said it. Yes, the Cat Nine Tail hanging these fellas because these fellas them just as brutal out there in these streets. They don't care. They killing people whether you want to get killed or not. If you ain't got nothing to do with it, if you got something to do with it, wrong place, wrong time, buddy, it can be you. And
Yeah.
that's where I draw the line. And because that could be me. I can't be going down saying I can't go get 200 grits, minding my own business. Miss, I just need you to put a piece of avocado on that. And because I go and get a piece of avocado and stay an extra 2 seconds, I get shoot.
God,
No.
God.
Let these that they watch that Cat Nine Tail. Boy, trust me, ain't nobody messing with that.
You talking about them old criminals? You talking about them old fellas who didn't have gun to shoot you when you done beat him with the
That's
gun?
all right. The good old days. That's what we call it. The good old days.
Them days gone.
Yeah, you can bring them back. I know how to make. We can make a Cat Nine Tail. We know how to make that.
Those days, I don't think it necessarily coming back, but what I started to say with some of those cultures in Dubai and those places, right? The Western world, the Eastern world, sorry. You go to those places, you could see the difference in terms of this whole chaos and the way they dress, the way people are allowed to get loud, out of order in society. I went to a hotel, and this was in Oman, and we were staying at this hotel, and there was a sign saying, no, like skimpy bathing suits and different things around, respect, you have to be respectful to the people around the area and so, right, like people ain't used to this, so you don't come bring y'all American ways inside here, y'all, right?
Exactly.
So my thing is we've gotten so democratic and so liberal with so many things. You can't say that you could do, and that's why when I go back to culture, like, are we prepared to go back and look at some of these things? That are we willing to? My children, I don't need to put on kids, Bob. I got some small children, right? And I can't even let them listen to real radio now because
Nope.
the film, nothing is children material anymore.
Nope.
Everything is vulgar, vile, or sexual content. And it's so normalized now. Like people got 3-year-olds singing Nicki Minaj and City Girls.
Yep. And they shaking up and they got all the moves and everything down.
So this is where how are we getting a better society with any of these things? Morally, violence, what? And I think all of these things play a part in a decay of a society, and we're reaping what we've been sowing.
Anyway, George, and it looks like we can get no better. We done talk too long on this now. We couldn't even get to our question of the day. We done talk straight through on this, but we still can get to our bungie of the day. So let's deal with that. Now, our bungie of the day is Shanika Johnson. Now, I know you know who Shanika Johnson is, but when these murders was happening, let me at number 8. Shanika Johnson was a lady who harbored Gabriel Gray in her house.
Ugh.
Now, as she was harboring him in this house, because he was known for a murder, other murderers, the killers, find out he was in the house. Gone by her house, shoot up the place, and end up her daughter getting shot and killed. Gunman, the Gabriel, the gray man ain't dead. He ain't do. He turned himself in, but he ain't dead. But the woman daughter dead. Now, miss, ladies, for God's sake, I know it's rough having a man, trying to get a man, but my God, it can't be a murderer you trying to keep bringing to your house, causing your own family members to die. Is having a man worth all of that? And then a man, you know, going to jail or you can be dead in a little while. Please, I beg you, for God's sake, for the children's sake, do not leave these criminal fellas alone. But let me not say that, because some of these women criminals. When you see a woman with a criminal fella, she just as dirty as him. Don't mind him talking about that, no. She knows straight. Now the police come, they lock her up for harboring, the crime would go along with that. So she get that for the full extent of the law. But my problem is the woman daughter dead.
Yep.
She can never come back. Why? Because you can go put a murderer, a man who known for being a murderer in your house. You hiding them in your house. Come on, man. Come on, man. What say ye, Judge?
Yeah, it's that was a sad, tragic story. I think it was unfortunate more. I mean, again, I don't know all the facts. You said the man was known for being a criminal. Was he known for being a murderer, or he was just wanted for a particular murder?
But the gunman that was looking for you.
Well, okay. So let's forget this a woman, because everyone throwing a woman under the bus and just being there as advocates for a woman. That's for a moment. In a society, and you see it a lot of times. You see a lot of cases. Like I remember another sad case in Nassau where this young guy got killed. 2 brothers got killed, but actually, and the father made a statement. He said the older brother was a problem child. He was into some things. He had warned his younger brother, boy, don't be hanging out with your brother like that, right? But bigger brother, that's my idol, family, that's blood. He hung out with. So the daddy was really crying for the son, who like he wasn't in that life. He didn't have any. It's hard to separate from, because again, if you're in this culture, and I think now some people turn in killers who probably even ain't killers, because again, you kill my dog, I kill your cat, right?
Yep.
And if you easy to get your hand on one gun, people get enraged and under anger. So I meant to say, in this case, it was the woman who probably was in a romantic relationship with this. But again, if you have these mothers out there who have sons, it's gonna be hard for them to tell some of their sons, especially if someone trying to kill them or whatever, boy, go to the street, and get, if they feel they probably could insulate, stay inside the house. Don't go there, right? I could see that happening again and again, innocent people getting killed, unfortunately. But that's when you start to get this society with so much of these products in it. Where they go, blood thicker than water, and it's gonna be hard for some people to put them out and think, boy, if he get killed out there, blood on my hand, let me try to protect them. Yeah, you ever watch this movie? I think it was Troy. Movie Troy. There was a thing where his brother had to go fight this other villain, and if he lost, the loser, had to get killed. And
Yep.
so the king, whatever, brother, watch him go fight. While his brother's doing good, everything was good. Brother get thing I'm knocking us on, the man going to killing. Well, you ain't killing my brother.
No.
Yeah, no,
Over.
yeah, that's the rules of the game, boy. Forget. I ain't going back to my mom telling you I let you kill my right. So you have this protectorate thing. Unfortunately, you know, you're gonna see more of that because it's human nature, a lot of human nature, whether it's boyfriend, girlfriend, or whether it's sister, brother, or whatever. It's gonna be hard for some of those people to just tell a wayward child or someone who name might have gotten called and something, just go out in the street. Or let me turn you in. Well, they may probably should have turned him into the police. I mean, again, but it's a big problem. I hope we find some more problem solvers going ahead. It was a bad move. The mother has to live with the fact that her daughter is gone. You know, that's, you know, there's no winners in none of these things.
None.
And unfortunately, I think you're gonna, you know, if the government doesn't forget the tourists, some people will start to pack up their families and stuff and start to move, because the sad thing is you have safer neighborhoods in the world. You have places like it's one that's even like, the say with this mother with the child, that's like people getting killed in Nassau now from a stray bullet. Some people out on the outside will look and say, boy, why you stay in Nassau? Right? It's getting that bad now. Like it's a good chance you could get killed. It's dangerous now. Right? Like when I go visit Nassau now, you know, I know Nassau, boy. I go to my hotel, I do what I have to do. And you know, I don't feel as safe as I used. Maybe I'm getting older, but you know, and that shouldn't be. I know Punk, I could go places. Not that I don't feel, but why take certain risks? If the place is that dangerous, you know, you have something to live for. You have some place to be tomorrow. So I'm not gonna just be reckless and go all over the place now, knowing that you have these people who someone might be looking for. But if I don't know you, I know a party I go into. I just need to skip that party.
Yep. No reason to go there. So anyway, this was a long and very needful show. I'm hoping that we can get this crime thing together. People, Bahamian people, y'all, let's stop killing one another. Let's find another way to resolve these issues that we have. It can't be to the point that we have to kill one another. I'm sure there's other ways we can do it. Let's find it as best and as quickly as possible. Anyway, George, that's it for me for today. We'll see you next week, Tuesday at 8 o'clock on What's Going On. Y'all have a good day.